ready? Let's get this started. I feel like such an amateur right now because I haven't filmed in like decades. But anyways, let's go ahead and start prepping our face. And I like to use either the Lancer eye cream and the moisturizer, or my Trish McEvoy anti-fatigue moisturizer, which works really well as a primer. And I think I'm going to use my Trish McEvoy today. So I'm just gonna take like a small pump. This stuff is not the cheapest, but it's definitely amazing on the skin. It leaves it kind of sticky, so it's a perfect texture for our application of our foundation. For my foundation, I'm going to be using the Amore Pacific foundation. This one is age correcting foundation. They have two. I really like the one in the gold compact because it has more coverage. And I'm going to be using my Artiste brush in number 6, which I absolutely love. And this is a cushion foundation, so I'm just gonna press on it and apply it all over. See how amazing it applies? And I love this foundation, you guys, because it lasts all freaking day. I can wear this and it doesn't go anywhere. All of the steps I'm gonna show you, I've mastered when it comes to this foundation for it to last all day without me having to touch it up or anything like that. So keep in mind that if you have these products in your collection, use them with this foundation, because I've done several tests when it comes to like powders and everything when it comes to this foundation. Applying some down here. Then I'm going to be taking my Tom Ford concealer in Alabaster, and I use a couple of concealers when it comes to my face. And as we film more videos, I will show you guys my technique. I just feel like when I do this, it lasts much longer. This is a formula that's smudge proof, but I just feel like it doesn't have enough coverage. So I feel like when I combine this and my Shape Tape, I feel like I get much better results because this one's obviously more full coverage, but I feel like it does move a little bit sometimes. And with that underneath, I feel like it's a really good balance. Now I'm going to use my blender. This is not from Beauty Blender. I love this one because it's a lot squishier. As you can see, it's a lot softer and it's not as expensive. Let me see if I have another one. Can't you tell I'm obsessed? I have like 2 of different colors. I will be giving some away, so make sure that you follow me on Instagram, leave a comment down below, and I will be choosing a winner that I can send some of these home with you guys. I will be giving someone a lash also. So you guys will get a pair of lashes and also a beauty blender. I'll pick 2 winners. So make sure that you follow me on social media, that you leave a comment here, that you leave me a comment on my Instagram, and then on my next video, I will announce a winner. So I'm going to be using my blender. It's already dampened. And then I'm going to go in and blend this out. Now you might be asking, why isn't she using the beauty blender to blend her foundation? To be honest, guys, I've done this a long time, and I feel that the technique that I have has worked wonderfully. I've tried that foundation with many different brushes, with many different methods, and honestly it's taken me a few months to get that down, and I'm really happy. So I don't know if I'll be changing my technique. So now that that's done, I'm going to apply my Shape Tape concealer in the color Fair. I've also tried a few shades of this concealer, and this is the one that works the best for me. I'm going to drag it down to brighten out this area here, back in here and there. I'm gonna let it sit so it gets a little bit tacky before I start blending it out. All right, so it's been a few minutes, and now I'm going to go in and blend it out. I'm not wearing any nails because I'm thinking of doing a tutorial for you guys on nails that you can do at home. Let me know what you guys want to see next. We'll also be doing some girdle videos and tips that I have to wear your clothes better and more seamless, because I know that us thick girls have issues with that, and even like slimmer girls, I feel like when you wear any kind of like Spanx or girdles underneath, it looks really beautiful. So I'll be sharing all of those goodies with you guys. Next, I'm going to contour, and I love using my Anastasia stick foundation in Fawn. I use 2. I use the one in Fawn, and I also use the one in Mink, and I'm going to start contouring. And what you want to do is place this right, you see where that pieces right here from your ear, that's basically where you want to start your line, and then bring it all the way in. And then I like to create a line going down, but very lightly, just like that, so you kind of get that chiseled look, just like that. Now I have a round face. For those of you that don't have a round face, ignore this. So when you go to contour underneath your neck, I notice a lot of people do this. You don't want to do that, because now you don't know what you're contouring, highlighting and dimming. So what you want to do is look straight in the mirror And where you want to kind of contour is where you're gonna apply this stick, the diminishing part. So notice how I have a double chin right here. That's what I want to cover. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to look straight and then try to cover that. Because if you do this, how are you gonna get accurate, right? So then I'm going to apply this right over here. I like this little thing I have right here, that little dent. So I'm gonna accentuate that. Then I line the face. My forehead is not that big, so I don't like contouring too much up here, too heavily. Then I'm going to apply it right underneath and going downward. Especially if you're gonna wear your hair down, this will be a nice way to slim the face. And bring it down, just like that. Okay? Now I'm going to go in again with my Artis number 6 brush. I haven't cleaned it, it's still fine. And then I start blending this out into the hairline. See? Can you guys hear my Jenny Rivera music in the background? Yeah. I was like listening to country this morning and I'm like, no, I need some freaking motivation. And so I started listening to Jenny. Yeah, I love her. Anyways, okay, so you're gonna blend this downward. A lot of people go in like this, which you can, but then I feel like you sometimes leave a line. So I like going in tapping motions to kind of blend that out and then drag it downward. But be gentle, don't drag your skin. And then this part here, I like to drag into the ear and to kind of color the ear also, because a lot of times with the contouring, your ear will look white or pale and then you'll have darkness everywhere else. So I'm gonna blend this down, and now that creates a shadow, giving the illusion that your neck is much longer. And then blend that upward. I'm not going in here yet. Now I'm gonna go in and contour this side here. So I'm going to contour upward, just like that. I know a lot of you are like, why isn't she using a beauty blender? Honestly, I've tried this. I have tried this and this works the best for me. So I'm sharing what I've experimented with. And then sometimes people will have discoloration on their skin, so the contour ends up creating dark spots in random places. There's a trick for that. So for example, I have sunspot right here, so this area looks lighter even though I did add contouring powder. So just use your stick and just dab right where you have the lighter spots, and then you can go in and just blend it out like this in tapping motion. Now I'm going to go in with Mink, which is a darker contouring stick, and I'm going to add some just right in here, just to create that gradient darkness effect. Dark to light, just like that, okay? Now I'm gonna go in again with my brush and blend it lightly inward, up towards the hairline, not towards your face. See? So now you create a nice gradient effect. For those of you that like to find alternatives, there are drugstore brands that carry this brush, and I had 3 and they all broke. So finally I just decided to purchase this one, and I can be very rough with it even with my cleaning, and it does not break. So I know that initially this is a lot, but you really do get what you pay for. So if you can invest in a good brush, I would suggest you do. All right, so next we're going to apply our highlight. I like to highlight before I apply my blush, and I always apply all of these products before setting. The reason for that is because my skin is combination. This area here gets very dry. This area here gets dry. This area here gets dry. So the only areas that get really oily are my T-zone area, and sometimes they don't. It just all varies, but this is the method that I found that works the best for me. I'm going to be using my Lancome Dual Finish Highlighter Palette, and I'm going to be taking the lighter shade of the palette, and I'm going to be using my Jenny Patinkin brush in Kitten Paw Multi. It's normally like a highlight brush, but I love how it just picks up product. And then I'm just going to apply it as my highlight. Now I'm being very light with this because I'm going in with a second highlight a little bit later. So apply that down the bridge of your nose. Then I'm going in with my blush, and I'm using the Tom Ford Frantic Pink, which is one of my favorite, all-time favorite. I've had like 5 empties with this blush. And I'm gonna take my Morphe brush in M581. I'm going to apply it with this brush and then blend it upward, uniting it just where the contour meets and also where the highlight meets. And I'm going to be taking my powder. This is a mixture of Laura Mercier MAC Studio Fix. I blended them in a blender, a little bit of banana powder, but my favorite powder is the MAC Studio Finish, which is a very heavy foundation that adds coverage. It's in here also, and I just blended it into a little blending bullet, and that's what I created. So I'm going to take just a little bit with my Jenny Patinkin cheek powder brush, and I'm going to apply just very little right under the eyes, tapping it. And the reason I don't set this area again is because I don't like the feel of dryness. I don't, because it just looks cakey, and you can apply like finishing misting sprays, but I just feel like it's just not enough, and that area is already so dry. And then I get it in there. So I put some in the little cap here. Now I'm going to take my amazing blender and I'm going to apply it right underneath. This is the only area that I will bake. Sometimes even like my forehead a little bit, because that one does get a little oily. But I try avoiding baking any areas that get extremely dry. So I'm going to move on to brows while that bakes. And I'm going to be using Anastasia's Dip Brow in Ash Brown, which I feel is the best shade. I'm going to be using the MAC 206 brush and apply just a bit. I usually dip it and then I remove the excess right on the rim. Then I am going to begin underneath the brow. And there we go. All right, guys, so now I'm going to go in with my Brow Setter by Benefit and make sure these little hairs stay where they need to be. I'm going to apply my Trish McEvoy eyeshadow primer, which I love, you guys. I really, really love this primer. Next, I'm going to be taking my Blood Sugar. I'll be applying Cake Mix with my Sigma Tapered Blending E40. Okay, so I'm going to apply it right above the crease because I have somewhat of a hooded lid. So I like to give the illusion that I have a much wider space right there. So I go above the crease. And then following the shape of the brow, I feel like sometimes when you make it straight or not following the shape, it kind of throws off the look, in my opinion. My camera totally turned off. I don't know if it got everything, but I'm applying the Marc Jacobs Sequins eyeshadow in a pod in the color Topaz Flash. I don't even know if the camera got everything, but I have Jeffree Star's Cake Mix right on the lid as my transition shade. And I'm applying this eyeshadow with my finger because I feel like it gives it the best gradient effect, blended effect. I've used different brushes and they don't work the same. And just FYI, you guys, I like using my ring fingers, and I like to use my right hand for my right eye and my left hand for my left eye. It's a lot easier to blend when you do it that way. All right, so now that that's done, I'm going to be taking my Jenny Patinkin brush in Eye Definer. That's what it's called. And I'm going to be taking from this same palette, Intravenous. Intravenous, is that what it's called? And I'm just going to darken this up on the outer corner. Then go in again with that fluffy brush and ouch, and apply it right on the outer corner and unite everything. And I'm going to take my fluffy brush again with Cake Mix and apply it right underneath my eye, looking up. This is going to be your transition shade again. You have to work like this, otherwise it'll just get caked up and dark and smudgy. So you have to always have like that transition shade for the most part. Then I'm going to take ouch again and then focus more on the outer, blend that out. There are some areas that I can blend out, but I can do that in a minute. Then I'm going in with that darker color we just used, applying it right on the outer corner. pretty heavily. There we go. Now we're creating depth, and that eye is now looking like really open and pretty and big. I love it. Then I'm going to be taking a MAC 219 brush, glucose in the smallest amount, and just applying it as our highlight, and also to blend out any harsh lines. Bam, we're done. I'm not going to be adding any liquid liner or anything like that. I don't feel like it. I'm going to be taking my lashes, and these are the sexy, beautiful lashes that I was telling you guys about. They have different mink dramatic lashes. I happen to like this style right here. All right, my loves, so that's finished. Now I'm going to remove my baking, and I'm going to blend it up a little bit to kind of set the area that was cream. See, because the hair is sticking. I know this sounds crazy. I'm going to apply some more concealer. I know. I love this. Okay, so I'm going to take the area that doesn't have the powder and tapping motions and really brighten this area out. I know, you guys, it's super crazy, but look at how beautiful and bright my eyes look. I'm going to go in very lightly with a little bit of powder and with less powder than I did the first time. And I'm going to just set that real quick. And look at how beautiful that looks. Now I'm going to go in with my MAC Prep and Prime. I'm going to be taking my Jaclyn Hill. See that? Wow. And just blend it out like a little bit more. This is gonna last me like 5 years because I take very little. And just apply it right there. Then I'm gonna go in back with my blush, and then I'm going to apply more, but just to the apples of the cheeks. Nose, and bam, there we go. That is my secret get ready with me that makes my makeup last all freaking day. That looks freaking amazing, and yeah, I love it. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury's liner in Iconic Nude. My favorite lip gloss ever. This one's my Artist Couture lip gloss in Sugar Baby. This is amazing. It makes my lips look so pretty. So now it's time for hair, you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove these pretty little clips. Tana's stylist gave them to me as a gift. Thank you, Tyler Lambert, for these pretty little clips. He gave me a whole bunch of beautiful accessories. So thank you, babe. I love you. All right, my love. So now I'm going to be doing my hair, and I don't have the right setup to film this yet, but I promise to do a hair tutorial. I will be using my Dyson Airwrap that my best friend Yuri gave me for Christmas. Thank you, Yuri. I love you. I'll be using this product here. I'll be using the hair dryer, and I'll also be using the bigger barrels for my look. And I literally did this so quickly, you guys. I actually ended up switching to this barrel of my product here, my wand. I don't know what the hell you call this thing. It's so new to me. So I used that, and it dried it up so quickly. It gave me that like blowout effect without taking too long, because I didn't realize it was as late as it is, and I have some interviews that I have to go do, and I also have to go to a lunch, and I'm going to be looking really nice. So let's go pick my outfit. Loves, I'm going to be wearing this dress. It's a navy blue dress that's very, very stretchy. It's from Hot LA Fashion in the size large. If you are an extra large, this might work because it does have a lot of give, and I'll show you guys in the video. I'm going to be wearing my girdle underneath this dress, which is this one right here. It's by TC. I got this from Neiman. They also sell them at Dillard's and I think Nordstrom. Really nice thick band of silicone. It's very thin, and it comes all the way down, as you guys can see. It will not roll up, and it is very stretchy, so it also doesn't cause a ring around your thigh. And then I'm also going to pair it with these heels right here that I found from Amazon. I'm getting a second pair because I really love these. They felt a little tight right here because of the plastic. They aren't the highest quality, but they're very comfortable. So what I did is I added some water inside, and then I wore them, and it stretched it out, so now it's like super comfortable. and I'm so excited about these shoes. They're so beautiful and so comfortable. All right, everybody, this is the final look. I really love this dress. It is so comfortable and form-fitting. I love the girdle that I have underneath. As you guys can see, it does not rise up. I love this girdle, and let me tell you guys, I have spent thousands of dollars on girdles, and I finally found some that I really love that I want to share with you guys so you don't go out there and waste your money. This is not a sponsored video. I'm not getting paid to say any of this. I'm not sponsored by the companies. So for those of you that have been following me all these years, you guys know that my feedback is always honest, and that's how I want to continue my channel. This is why I wanted to create this channel, to make you guys feel beautiful, confident, without having to dish out your money and waste it, and get products that actually work for you guys, that make you feel beautiful and good inside. That is my goal for this startup again. I want you guys to be my friends, to follow me, to like, to subscribe, to hit that notification bell so you guys know whenever I'm putting out a new video, and to thumbs up the video if you guys found this helpful. So back onto this outfit. This is from Hot Alley Fashion. For those of you that are more towards the extra large side, this is a large, and it's very stretchy. There's still a lot of give, so this might work out for you. The shoes are from Delicious. I found this brand at Hottie, a local store that's very similar to like Forever 21, and I found that the boots that I bought from this brand were so comfortable, so I decided to purchase these on Amazon, and they're actually very comfortable also. There's a few tricks that I would like to show you guys also when it comes to wearing heels, and I'll do that in another video just because this one's already really long. But definitely stick around. I will be posting once a week. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it for you guys, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye.